Tyler, plugged on. I'm here with an album review, this time of the brand new album from the band Fit for an Autopsy entitled The Great Collapse. This came out on E1 Records. It's their fourth album, follow-up to Absolute Hope, Absolute Hell from 2015, an album which we did not review. Some people just were like, dude, what the fuck, where is it? Sorry, man. Must just came out a shitty time. But it's not a bad album, I will say. I've personally, not to be that guy, but I've enjoyed Fit for an Autopsy since their debut, The Process of Human Extermination, which is fantastic. And the biggest draw to me was, one, they're just very heavy, but two, Nate Johnson on vocals was just fucking fantastic, and he was just such a devastating vocalist. So when he left, I was like, damn. But, their replacement with Joseph Bottolato, it's pretty damn good, and he was good on the last album. Personally, I think he's even better here. I enjoy this album. I do. I don't think it's no album of the year contender for me or anything. I don't even know if this will crack my top 20 or 25, but I do very much enjoy listening to it, actually. It has a lot of good moments on here, and I think the best thing, when you compare their Fit for an Autopsy's debut to where they are now, the biggest thing that I notice is just tempo. They seem to be slowing down as they grow older as a band. And that's fine, honestly. I feel that gives them a little bit more room. And to be honest with you, their songs don't feel as formulaic as deathcore can usually be, of like, let's start off fast, breakdown, fast, breakdown, 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 fast, 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 blah, blah, and it keeps going in this pattern. It's either fast or a breakdown. That's it. Whereas I feel here, that they mix shit up, and it's cool. There are the more aggressive moments, and it's a nice mid-tempo most of the time, in my opinion. And I like that. I think it keeps things a little bit fresh. One thing I think is great is Joseph's vocals on here. I think there's just some absolutely catchy as shit moments. I absolutely love the opening vocals to the whole album with the track Hydra. Very catchy to me. But then, you have Heads Will Hang, which is one that's just super catchy in both the riffage and the vocals. Black Mammoth is one that I love. I think vocally it's good, and I like the added touch of clean vocals every now and then, or just something that sounds different. I think it spices things up, and it sounds really good, to be honest with you. I think they fit things well. One thing that deathcore and metalcore bands can do sometimes is just like they just don't shut the fuck up, and it's just vocals constantly thrown at you, just screaming, and I don't think the vocals on here are that overbearing or anything. I think they just fit so nicely with the music, personally. But I love the guitars on here. I think, for a deathcore band, they're solid on here. They're what they should be. They're fucking crunchy. They got a lot of balls to them. They're very hard hitting. Some of the breakdowns in the riffs are like, wow, that's awesome. They'll really get your head moving. Heads Will Hang is probably one that I think is a huge standout, personally, on the guitar side. One of my favorite songs on here, maybe my favorite period, is Terraform. I love that song. I think, Terraform and the track Empty Still, I think creates some really great atmosphere. It's really, really well done, especially in Terraform, man. I love the opening of it, and I love the ending. And it also showcases, this album just has a very good production, too, and I think those two tracks are ones that just really stand out because everything just comes together so well. But then I like some of the more upbeat riffs. Iron Moon is one that, right away when you hear it, you go, yeah, that's a pretty tight riff. And then, the final track, Spiral, starts off pretty fucking heavy with a pretty gross breakdown. And I don't think the breakdowns here, they're not super creative, but they're also not overbearing. They're not overdone. They're used well, I think. I just enjoy this album. I don't think it's a bad album at all. I like it. Let me know if you like it. Also, this album artwork is fucking awesome. Just throwing it out there. Yeah, The Great Collapse by Fit for an Autopsy. 8 out of 10 for me. It's good. Check it out. Check out all of our shit that's on the channel. Because there's always stuff happening. It's a good time. Thanks for watching.